welcome back. Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us for Let's Eat. So this is the show that roams the region, Georgia, South, and North Carolina, looking for restaurants you might like to visit. There's great food here in the South, and we like to show it off on Let's Eat. I'm your host, Christine Scarpelli, and first, we head to Spartanburg, South Carolina for Milltown Coffee Co. These guys actually own another restaurant over on the west side of Spartanburg. This an extension of that with coffee, a little breakfast, lunch, and much more. Take a look. Look carefully. This is in the corner of a shopping center on the east side of Spartanburg. This place is waking up the neighborhood with coffee, crepes, and much more. We're here at Milltown Coffee Co. in Spartanburg.
We wanted to open something that's a little bit different, has a European flair to it because that's really our background.
Mike and Deanna O'Coon's second restaurant shows just how much they love coffee and Spartanburg.
Over in the back on the wall, we have a huge photo mural of the Converse mill, which is right up the street.
No surprise then, they use local Mazza Roasters coffee. They bring in specialty pastries and bagels from New York.
So let's go with our smoked salmon bagel. We're gonna go in the toaster.
No skimping on the whipped cream cheese.
Cold smoked salmon flown in from New York. There's gonna be some red onion.
O'Coon serves everything with a side salad or fruit.
Fresh spring mix, a cherry tomato, and our house dressing.
He says customers ask him to bottle the dressing. Olive oil, balsamic lemon, give it a good mix. Next, the avocado toast is a great snack with your cup of joe.
We're gonna scoop all of that goodness out. Liquid gold, also known as olive oil.
Mix together salt, pepper, and a little lemon.
The one that is most popular is our goat cheese and tomato avocado toast.
Great snacks to sit right next to your coffee. Try the Fotini.
We've ground some of our wonderful espresso.
To get the perfect shot, O'Coon likes Mazza Roasters because they consider the beans' ripeness. They don't over-roast or burn the beans for a consistent flavor.
That was our double espresso shot. Some half and half. A couple of pumps. And we are going to very vigorously. Now we're going to pour, and this is your Fotini.
Like true coffee snobs, Deanna and Mike serve real Cuban espresso, so round out your meal or kickstart your day with this for sure. From Milltown Coffee Co. in Spartanburg, we say, let's eat and drink.
And drink.
Yes, cheers. I'm still wired from all that espresso. They are such a great couple. So much fun to work with. We head up to North Carolina now from a little bit of everything kind of chain, a regional chain called the Dairi-O. They've got your burgers, your fries, your hot dogs, but also dessert, kind of that guilty pleasure comfort food you don't want to miss. Take a look at Dairi-O.
Loyal customers love their local Dairi-O.
He loves this place. I mean, you want something for lunch, when you ask him, Dairi-O, Dairi-O.
And this 8-year-old's order is pretty simple.
The ranch.
At least he eats chicken tenders with all that ranch. Others can be a bit more complicated.
It is a grilled chicken wrap on the jalapeno cheddar with no tomatoes and extra grilled chicken.
Even the company's chief operating officer's got a go-to order.
So this is the souvlaki. You know, we marinate it in-house. Fresh chicken comes in, never frozen.
Today's Dairi-Os are a lot different than the original one. It didn't have a dining room or drive-through, just a walk-up window.
Dairi-O started in King, North Carolina in 1947.
For the first 50 years, customers happily lined up at that one location for just hot dogs and ice cream. But then in the late 90s, a new owner took over and decided to take Dairi-O in a different direction. Specifically 6 miles down the road, where he opened a sit-down dining room restaurant near Rural Hall.
And it was sort of a test, say, okay, is this something that, you know, is this the next evolution of the business to create a sit-down area for people? And it was a hit.
So they rebuilt the original location with an iconic cup out front. And it became a model for the future as Dairi-O began slowly expanding into communities across the Triad.
Clemens after that, Kernersville, and we've sort of been building about one a year ever since then.
Most locations are in the Piedmont, but the company just broke ground on their 13th restaurant in Harrisburg, which is just outside of Charlotte.
The biggest thing is just trying to find a community we feel like fits with us. You know, you're not going to find a Dairi-O on every exit along the highway.
That's because the company strives to stay true to their original mission, serving small communities quality food at affordable prices.
We build bigger dining rooms than your Chick-fil-A's and your Whataburgers and all these other places that are trying to build smaller dining rooms. It's just not who we are. We do community tables. We want people to feel like the teams and the families, when they have a big group, they can come in here and be a part of it.
And from sharing a big banana split to ordering the original grilled hot dogs, customers appreciate the Dairi-O way. Real food made simple.
The food is good. It's not that expensive. And it's just like a home feel.
I like the atmosphere. The people are nice.
Everyone who works here is like super friendly, so that's always nice. There's one person in particular who's usually here when I come, and he a lot of times remembers my order.
And if you've been trying to figure out why the COO looks familiar, he's been around the Triad a while too.
I wasn't around in 47.
Step in, Rusty LaRue. Rusty, playing in his last ACC game, scored 14 points.
Rusty LaRue did grow up in Kernersville. He played basketball at Wake Forest with Tim Duncan, then professionally with some of the greatest of all time.
Spent time with the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan and that team in 1998, and then played with the Utah Jazz with Karl Malone and John Stockton.
But according to his mom, now LaRue's more famous for his days at Dairi-O.
Usually people say, hey, Linda LaRue, you're Rusty's mom. And she's like, yes, I am. They usually say, well, we loved watching him play at Wake Forest. And the lady secretary said, we love Dairi-O hot dogs.
And he's okay with that.
The thing I didn't realize I would love is the instant gratification you get from serving thousands of people.
Oh, wow, how interesting. They serve a whole lot more now than just hot dogs and ice cream. Neat to see that community vibe there, too. Hey, we have plenty more restaurants coming up after this break. Stay with us on Let's Eat. Hey, glad to be back with you. Christine Scarpelli, your host here, up for another restaurant in South Carolina. This one we went a little ways for. Ware, Shoals is a really small town that's famous for a catfish festival. They've got quite a bit of seafood in this restaurant, too. This is Country Cookin' in Ware, Shoals, South Carolina. Take a look.
Well, you got to head out to the country to try country cooking. At least that's what the owners of this restaurant in Ware Shoals say. They took their family recipes, put them on the table for you to try. We're at Country Cooking in Ware Shoals.
We cook with love because we cook like Grandma used to cook.
Soul food at its finest. Owners Travis Shell and his mom Teresa Rapley opened Country Cookin' in 2023 to be their own boss.
I had been playing around in the kitchen anyway, so I said, well, that tastes pretty good, and that tastes pretty good.
Rapley didn't even like cooking, but she said her kids had to eat, and Travis gave rave reviews.
So let's open this place up. And my friend and cook, Marie, she was like, that might be a good idea. And I was like, oh, Lord, y'all, I was joking.
Their meatloaf is no joke.
Break up the meat.
Shell seasons with onions, peppers, and a mix we don't get much info about.
Just like a good hamburger.
Add milk.
But keep it juicy.
And combine.
You got to mix it good.
After an hour, it's ready to be scooped next to sides and served.
Those are famous collard greens.
Next up, Marie Jackson's fried chicken.
I have the breast, 2 legs, a thigh, and 2 wings.
Jackson is also tight-lipped about her seasoning ingredients, so salt, pepper, and a little something will have to suffice.
I figured if it tastes good to me, it tastes good to other people.
Coat the pieces in flour, and she dunks them into hot oil for about 15 minutes.
I like for it to be pretty and brown. I like for mine to have a crunch. My skin, I want it to have a crunch.
Finally, the reason most people find themselves here, the crab legs.
The pretty orange color, you want that to show.
Rapley adds Old Bay and some other tasty things to boiling water.
You don't want to have bland crab legs.
A little lemon and in they go.
Let them get a good steam on them. Once they're done, they'll slide right out.
Serve with hot butter to a happy crowd.
Oh, they're beautiful, beautiful. All right, there's a pan of brand new legs.
Teresa, Travis, and Marie are waiting for you to come through the door, but when you do, you may hear
brand new legs.
At Country Cookin' in Ware Shoals, we say,
let's eat!
Brand new legs. I remember talking to them about that. Those crab legs were fantastic and a good deal, too. Okay, we're headed now to Savannah, Georgia. They are known for partying there in their downtown area. Well, how about a pickle shot? Yeah. Pickles. That's what this place is known for. It's called P.S. Tavern in Savannah, Georgia. Take a look.
Well, me and my wife moved to Savannah 8.5 years ago with the intention of buying a restaurant bar, and we converted 11 West Bay to PS Tavern. P is for Paisley, which is my wife, and S is for Scott. Number one, it's our staff. We have staff that's been here for years that support and believe everything that we kind of tried to create as a business. So when you go onto our reviews and things like that, probably the first thing you see is the friendliness of our staff. Number two is our food. It's not 100% a scratch kitchen, but it's pretty close. We make our own pizza dough, we make our own pizza sauce, we make our own bacon jam, etc. Smash our own burgers. So we take a lot of pride in our food, despite, you know, kind of the exterior maybe portraying a dive bar. We take a lot of pride in the food we make here. Number one is pickle shot, pickle juice and vodka. We sell an extraordinary amount of those. It's kind of what we've become known for, to the point where people think PS stands for pickle shot. Our Bloody Mary, we infuse our own vodka with peppers. You know, we make our own Bloody Mary mix, and then we offer some unique Wisconsin flavors, including the cheese curd on top of it as a garnish. So very popular, very good, very delicious, very filling. Well, weekly we do poker every Tuesday night. That's been going for over 7 years now, every Tuesday. So it's a good staple downtown. Wednesday we do a music trivia, and Thursday we do regular trivia. Just a lot of fun, and then, you know, we have adopted the theme of being a sports bar, I guess. It's, I guess, unintentionally, intentionally become a sports bar. So anytime the sports are on, any game, any event, we do our best to make sure people are happy with what they're watching and enjoy it. And you know, obviously we're still a Packers bar, so those Packers games are a big hit, especially when you're playing the Lions. Yeah, you know, we wear a lot of different hats here. You know, trying to accommodate as many people as we can. We have a good group of regulars that come in that are locals, as well as the tourists, being where we're at. There's a ton of foot traffic that comes by, so it's important for us to accommodate as many different palates and as many different personalities as we can. And again, my staff, I think, does such a great job of really being great to everybody that walks through the door, and that's our biggest asset we have.
Great place to get a cold drink and watch the game, right? Always an opportunity to do that in Savannah, Georgia. Now you have a place to go. Hey, stay with us. We've got plenty more places to look at, places to eat, lots of good recipes and food coming up after the break. Stay with us. Hey, we're back to Let's Eat. Thanks so much for joining us. So next is a really interesting restaurant. I think something different, at least. Maybe you're on a little road trip, headed to Georgia, Swainsboro, Georgia in particular. We're looking at a place called Tea Strings. They've got food, tea, and strings. Of course, some music. This place is going to be pretty neat. Take it out.
Place that might be one of the coolest places that I have ever been in. We're here at Tea Strings here in Swainsboro, and we got Amanda here. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I love everything that is going on in here. Give us a little bit of a rundown about what this place is and what it's all about.
Right. So we are a family-owned tea parlor / guitar shop, and right. So we years and years ago, my husband and I, we met with music. So we fell in love as musicians. And we've always loved tea. We've always loved the experience of tea. When we go on vacations, we have tea. We try to sort out any like family-owned tea parlors. So I began to collect a lot of teacups and teapots and things like that. And my idea is to put a Southern flair, right? A Southern grandma flair on tea. So tea is British traditionally. You can see we've kind of got around the room. We've got some nods to Great Britain, and then a little bit of the Boston Tea Harbor where they dump the tea, or the Tea Harbor incident where they dump the tea out. So we like to play on that a little bit, but truthfully, you know, sweet tea is a Southern staple, right?
Yes.
Sweet tea is a Southern staple. So for us, we're just trying to expand that a little bit and introduce new flavors, new types of brews like honeybush brews and rooibos out of Africa. So we love that. We love just being able to introduce people to new flavors, and then also pair that with some good Southern cooking, you know. And then the back side of the house is we would love to be able to have people come in and learn how to play music. So my husband and I, we've tried to source a lot of guitars that maybe are more affordable to young people that want to come in and learn, that don't have any idea. We want to build our community up that way and allow for people to just feel like, you know, they can be a part of music in a way. We don't have that a lot in our community, probably the last 10 years. We've got quite a few piano teachers, and I'm very thankful for them, but as far as guitarists, we don't have as much of that anymore. So we're trying to build that program up. And so that's really the idea.
Really, when I first heard about this, I first heard it's a tea place, you know. But then when you hear about that, you can also do guitar lessons too. That is what drew me in. I think that's fantastic. So, what's people's reaction when they come in here and they learn about everything that you guys do?
So when people come in, most of the time they're either here for food or they're here for guitars. And so when say somebody comes in here for food, they're like, oh wait, what is that back there? Oh, that's the music part. And they go back and like, wow. So if you're a musician, you know, it like their eyes just blow up, right? And if you're somebody coming in as a musician just for guitars and you're coming to see the tea, they're like, woo, I could get something to eat too, right? So it's really nice because sometimes we'll have people back there practicing or playing on one of the guitars that they're trying to shop for. And it's really nice to be able to hear the strings and going on back there, live music without, you know, in here while people are eating. It's just a really nice ambiance. And I think it offers something to the community that says this is about family. This is about when I was a kid, my uncle used to play guitar every time we got together, and we would sing together as a family. And so it really, food and music together just makes me think family.
I love it.
How interesting. A place to learn to play guitar and have a bite at the same time. Love the different kinds of tea as well. And you don't have to go too far. Swainsboro, Georgia. Well, we've got a lot to show you after the break. Hang in there. Thanks for coming back with us. This one's pretty cool. We are taking you to the summer, though. So if you're watching this and it's not summer, we'll just live through this story. We're headed to the Little James Hotel in Savannah. This is a little bar inside of a hotel, and it's a cocktail called the Midsummer Margarita, which to me sounds like it could be good any time of year. But let's go ahead and take a look inside the Little James at the Midsummer Margarita.
All right, hi guys, it's Joshua Davis again. I'm back here at Little James, of course. I have another great cocktail for you all this evening. I have the Midsummer Margarita. It's actually one of my favorite drinks on the menu. It's light, it's refreshing, it's not overly sweet, but it gives you a nice summertime vibe. And if you're in Savannah, you know how hot it gets even as dusk sets in. So, Midsummer, I got you. So we're gonna start out. Grab our trusty dusty shakers. We're gonna start with 1/2 ounce lime juice. Because of course. And then we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of honey, simple syrup, which we also make in-house with fresh honeycomb. Just let that fuse on through it. And then we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of charroux. And then we're gonna bring in that Campari. And unless you're a big Negroni fan, you probably don't drink this much, but trust me, in this cocktail, is what you want. So it's another 1/2 ounce of this. And I'm gonna stop right there because we have another part that I wanna get in and I want it to infuse with the rest of the spirits. It's fresh cucumber. So get that, and we're gonna muddle that in a little bit. To be honest, I'm not a huge cucumber fan, but the way it brightens up this cocktail a little bit and comes through, you can't help but like it. All right. And then back to the spirits. We're gonna do 1.75 ounces of tequila. Right now we have El Jimador. It's a Blanco tequila. That or Altos would be good for this cocktail. Then we're gonna fill our tin with some ice. Make sure it's tight, sealed shut. Give it a flip. And you shake it, baby. Gonna take us a lime. We're gonna go around the half edge of a glass. Then I have some volcanic black salt. Gonna put right there on that rim. Put some ice in here. And then we got some fresh cucumber. I'm just gonna strip a little bit. Take this, roll it up, and I'm just gonna line my ice with a few cute, that's for the ladies, cute ribbons. Doink. One more here. There we go. We're gonna strain this. You gotta love the contrast of that beautiful pink and that green right there with a nice black salt rim. And there you go. Go ahead and get hydrated and refreshed for summertime. Midsummer Margarita.
Summertime or anytime, I don't care what time it is, that margarita looks fantastic. Hey, thanks for joining us for this episode of Let's Eat. I'm your host, Christine Scarpelli, and we will for sure be back for another episode. Stay with us. We'll see you soon.